Which housing markets at the county level in the United States are most likely to be negatively impacted by COVID-19? Well, in today's video, we're going to find out. Let's get to it. Okay, so this data is from Atom Data Solutions, and just yesterday they released a report. Basically what they are doing is they are looking at which housing markets at the county level are most likely to be impacted by the coronavirus pandemic. So as it turns out, the East Coast and Illinois have the highest concentrations of housing markets vulnerable to coronavirus impact. So Atom Data Solutions just released their second quarter 2020 special report spotlighting county-level housing markets around the United States that are more or less vulnerable to pandemic after effects. The report shows that the areas most at risk in the second quarter sat on the East Coast and in northern Illinois, with clusters in the New York City, Chicago, Baltimore, and Washington, D.C. areas, while the West had the fewest. So the report revealed that a stretch of states running from Connecticut through Florida plus Illinois had 43 of the 50 counties most vulnerable to economic impact. They included 11 suburban counties around New York, 7 around Chicago, 5 around Washington, D.C., and 4 around Baltimore, Maryland. The only 4 western counties were in California, with none in other West Coast or Southwestern states. So markets are considered more or less at risk based on the percentage of homes currently facing possible foreclosure, the portion of homes with mortgage balances that exceed the estimated property value, and the percentage of local wages required to pay for major home ownership expenses. So they're taking all 3 of these things into account when they assess the risk. So although recent reports are showing that, year-over-year pricing is a little bit more, it's slowing. The pace of gain is slowing, and it's signaling that it's probably going to turn. So let's get into some specifics here. So getting down into the New York City area, these are the counties that are most at risk for adverse effects: Bergen, Essex, Hunterdon, Middlesex, Sussex, and Union counties in New Jersey, plus Nassau, Orange, Rockland, Suffolk, and Westchester counties in New York. Another 7 counties, Cook, DeKalb, DuPage, Kendall, Lake, McHenry, and Will counties all of those are in and around Chicago, also at risk. 5 counties in and around the Washington, D.C. area ranked in the top 50, and they include Charles, Prince George's, and Frederick in Maryland, and Spotsylvania and Stafford in Virginia. 4 were in the northeastern part of Maryland, and those are Baltimore, Carroll, Cecil, and Harford counties. Others that were in the top 50 were 5 of Connecticut's 8 counties, including Litchfield, Middlesex, New Haven, Tolland, and Windham counties. And the only western counties among the top 50 most at risk were Humboldt County in California, Madera County, which is in the Central Valley outside Merced, and Riverside County outside of Los Angeles, and Shasta County up in Redding, which is like North Central California. So from here, they broke it down even a little more specifically, looking at these counties in terms of higher levels of unaffordable housing, levels of underwater mortgages, and foreclosure activity found in the most at-risk counties. So in terms of major homeownership costs, so mortgage, property taxes, and insurance, where it's consuming more than 30% of average local wages, and this is happening in 43 of the 50 counties at risk. The ones with the largest problem around this issue were Westchester County, New York, Rockland County, New York, Nassau County, New York, Riverside, California, and Bergen County, New Jersey. In 36 of the 50 most at-risk counties, 15% of mortgages were underwater in the first quarter of 2020. And the biggest offenders here are Sussex County, New Jersey, Monroe County, Pennsylvania, Cumberland County in Vineland, New Jersey, Livingston County in Louisiana, and Sinclair County in Illinois. In some counties, more than 1 in 750 residential properties faced a foreclosure action in the first quarter of 2020, and this was going on in 47 of the 50 most at-risk counties. And the ones with the biggest problem in this department were Cumberland County around Vineland, New Jersey, Sussex County, New Jersey, Camden County, New Jersey, Atlantic County, New Jersey, and Will County, Illinois, outside Chicago. So in terms of good news, the counties with the least at-risk concentrations were in Colorado, Oregon, Texas, and Wisconsin. And 26 of the least 50 vulnerable counties came from these areas. And the largest county included Harris County in Houston, Texas, Dallas, Tarrant, and Collin counties, all in the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area, and Travis County in Austin, Texas. So if you are looking for a stable place to invest in real estate where you're not going to be worrying about the prices going down so much, those counties might be good areas to look. All right, so let's look at some of the specifics of the lesser vulnerable counties. So looking at major homeownership costs, mortgage, property taxes, and insurance, and we're looking at them consuming less than 30% of average local wages, which is going on in 19 of the 50 counties least at risk. The big winners in this department are Winnebago County around Oshkosh, Wisconsin, Benton County around Rogers, Arkansas, Racine County, Wisconsin, Sheboygan County, Wisconsin, and Monroe County in Michigan. In those areas where less than 15% of the mortgages were underwater in the first quarter of 2020, the biggest winners in this category were San Mateo County, California, which is just outside of San Francisco, Chittenden County, which is around Burlington, Vermont, King County, which is Seattle, Washington, Dallas County around Texas, and Washington County, Oregon, which is outside of Portland. And those areas that had less than 1 in 750 residential properties facing a foreclosure action in the first quarter of 2020, again in the least risk areas. Big winner in this department is, again, San Mateo County, Washington County, Wisconsin, Chittenden County, which is around Burlington, Vermont, Eau Claire County in Wisconsin, and Yolo County, which includes Sacramento. So there you've got it, the winners and losers so far in 2020. So if you're looking for stability, go with those counties that aren't experiencing much economic impact. They don't have a lot of foreclosures. They don't have a lot of distress. You're not going to have to worry so much about price drops there, or at least dramatic price drops. But if you're looking for a good deal and you're an investor, you're waiting for that blood in the street, then definitely go to those more distressed counties and check out that market, get to know it. Prices may drop in the coming year, and I did a whole nother video about that I'll link to here. But yeah, those are your winners and losers, and depending on what you're looking for, one might be right for you versus the other. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I totally appreciate it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really helps the channel. Put your comments and your questions down below. I love engaging with all of that, and I will see you next time. And there's a car. We're just going to start over because every time I talk, the cars come. Okay, this report comes to us from Ada. Don't forget to like, can I talk? And I guess that's it.